Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Awesome. And so, yes, as Tim was saying, our programs, the RISE program and ELSIF's program, we have a lot of similarities. And so you might hear a couple of things again that we do that are similar, but also some things that are a little bit different there. And so I'm excited to be able to share with you a little bit about our program. And so let me go ahead and share our presentation so that we get that in here. All right. I don't think that worked. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, I have two screens on and it might show both. There we go. Can you see that okay, Louisa? Or is that just the PowerPoint application?
We see all the slides on the side.
Okay.
It's not.
Sorry about that. I don't usually do this with two screens on. Let me actually
Okay.
just disconnect real quick. Let's go.
You see the thing that says use present. Oh, use
Oh,
present
sorry.
review.
Yes.
Does that work?
Well, I turned that off to do this here. All right, we'll just take this out. All right, this should work now. All righty. So sorry about that. Okay, so my name is Drew Burles. I am the assistant director for our RISE program at Judson University. And so RISE stands for the Road to Independent Living, Spiritual Formation, and Employment. And so those are the three pillars that we build our program on here at Judson. And so a little bit about Judson. We are a 4-year liberal arts Christian institution in Elgin, Illinois. We offer traditional undergraduate programs. We have master's programs and doctoral programs. And about 5 years ago, we started offering a certificate program for students with intellectual disabilities. And so that's what RISE is. It's the Road to Independent Living, Spiritual Formation, and Employment. And so we focus on those independent living skills and those vocational skills, all within the realm of our Christian institution here in Elgin, Illinois. Our curriculum for the RISE program is broken up into 4 categories that our RISE classes focus in on. That's that independent living skills, professional skills, person-centered planning, and health and wellness. Our students also, as a part of our institution, everybody has a requirement to go to chapel, a certain amount of chapels. That's a part of the spiritual formation of our program. That's a part of our institutional heartbeat. And so we have chapels Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 o'clock. And students don't have to attend all chapels. Our RISE students, they have to attend at least 22 in a semester. There's usually about 50 or 60 chapels that are offered. As our institution is an American Baptist institution. However, that's not a requirement for anybody to have to be an American Baptist or even a professing Christian in order to attend our university. We're open for any student, whatever part of their faith walk that they're on can be a part of Judson University as well as the RISE program. But we do say, chapel is a requirement for all of our students. And so that is also, we have we might have prayer or scripture being read in our classes as well. And so that may be something that if you were here for Elsa's presentation, that's going to be a little bit different from them. That is a part of our one of our pillars in our program, that spiritual formation piece. We also allow our students to choose a concentration. They're here on a college campus and they get to participate in a lot of different activities like a traditional undergraduate student. We are a 2-year college experience program for students with intellectual disabilities. And so we're certified as a comprehensive transition program. That gives us a couple different things. We'll talk a little bit about financial aid toward the end, but we, as part of our certification, we have to be integrated with the traditional student body at least half the time. And so a part of that is that our students get to audit traditional undergraduate classes in an area of interest of theirs. And so when our students graduate from our program, they receive a certificate of completion in liberal arts with a concentration. And so they pick one of 6 concentrations that are listed on the screen there. Our whole first semester in our program, so we're a 2-year program, which means we have 4 full semesters in the program. The first semester is really designed for the student to figure out what direction they would want to go. And so they declare their concentration in that first semester. We work through a lot of maybe career assessments and help them to figure out what type of direction they'd want to go. And then we'll choose which traditional classes they may be able to participate in based on the concentration that they choose. And so when they're in the traditional classes, they have a learning advisor that accompanies them and supports them. And we'll talk more about our advisors in just a minute, but that's a way to provide an accommodation for them. They audit these classes, and so they're not receiving a letter grade when they participate in the traditional undergraduate classes, but we do ask that they participate in as much as they can. They're not going to be required to complete all of the assignments, but we would ask that the professors be allowing them to participate in the level that they can. And so they might modify some of the assignments. They may or may not create a completely separate syllabi for their classes, but we do ask that they provide some type of alternate assignments so that our students can have the ability to participate. So what that might look like is a professor might say, instead of doing all of the multiple choice and all of the essay questions for this test, maybe you just do the multiple choice questions. Or instead of writing a 10-page paper, maybe you'll just write a 1-page paper on a particular topic. The idea behind our students being in those traditional classes, yes, is to gain some of the knowledge from those courses, but it's primarily to help them understand how to be around an environment of people who are typically developed individuals. And so having that the appropriateness within the classroom is one of our main priorities when they're going into those classes. And then naturally that learning from the course comes with that in those specific traditional undergraduate classes as well. We also focus on vocational development. And so that's the E in RISE, the employment part of our name. We have on-campus and off-campus internships. And so again, that first semester, we focus on that person-centered plan, helping to identify our students' abilities and interests, have them pick a concentration. And then from that, we have a full-time vocational coordinator in our program who helps to facilitate all of our internship experiences. She works with the students to figure out what their on-campus internship will be and what their off-campus internship will be. And so that first semester, we're figuring out all of these different things about our students. That second semester, they work in a department on our campus. And so some of the departments that we've used in the past, we have many different partnerships on our campus. We've done our business department, so students are helping to work in an office environment in that way, or maybe advancement to help kind of track data and keep again, office type work, clerical work there. We've done campus safety. We've also done in our food services in our dining hall, whether that be in the back helping with making some food, maybe in the bakery or with some other things like that. Or we've done front of house where they're helping to clean up the environment and keep the eating spaces clean. We've also done plan operations where they're helping to keep our school environment clean as well, or our Judson University library. We've even had some of our students who are very interested in working with production or technology be a part of our chapel ministry, and helping out to put on the chapel services on our campus. And so those internships, we try to make those as individualized as we can to really be geared towards the students' interests and abilities. In their second year, both the third and the fourth semester, our students go out into the community to have off-campus internships. And so again, these we try to make as specific as possible. Our vocational coordinator is continually making new partnerships in our local community here in Elgin. We've done a few different schools we've had students work in, whether that be working with kids in the classroom or in after-school programs, or we've also been on the kind of that plan operations side, the facility management side for students who that seems to be the path that they want to go. We worked at retail stores or some of the gyms in our area, like Planet Fitness, have students be working with those programs. Boys and Girls Club or Habitat for Humanity's Restore in Elgin, our local library. So many different opportunities for students to find internships that are geared towards their abilities and interests. And so one of the main ways that we support our students is through student advisors. And so I alluded to those earlier. We have 3 different types of student advisors. Student advisors are traditional undergraduate students of our institution who are hired by our program to provide accommodations for our students in the realm of independent living or academics or in their internships vocationally. And so our resident advisors, we have 1 advisor who's assigned to every 2 RISE students. Our program is a residential program. Every one of our students is living on our campus in the same dorms as our traditional student body. And so navigating that, learning how to be appropriate in those environments and how to engage in a college campus can be difficult for many of our students. And so we provide a resident advisor who's there. They serve as an advisor for each dorm room. And so 2 of our students room together in a dorm room, and they'll have their resident advisor in the room next to them. And so they can help them kind of navigate that social situation, help them manage roommate conflicts, help them engage with the different campus activities we have going on, as well as help them to provide reminders for daily personal hygiene tasks, or help them to navigate how to do their laundry and how to live within the dorm setting in that way. Our learning advisors are there to provide accommodations for our students when they're in the classroom. And so in our RISE classes, the professors of those classes know how to make the appropriate accommodations within the classroom for our students. And so learning advisors aren't accompanied in their RISE classes, but when they audit their traditional undergraduate class, these advisors are there to help them maybe take notes or proctor tests, to re-explain complex situations or concepts in the class, and also to work with that professor to figure out what the best modified assignment might be for that student to participate. And so in addition to those learning advisors who accompany them to classes, we also have learning advisors who lead study times for our students. And so all of our students have 2 one-hour study sessions each week, and that's led by a learning advisor. And so it's kind of like a group study hall that they're able to go and work on their homework. And that advisor's there to kind of help them manage the homework assignments that they have, figure out what's due next, how to get that done, and who to turn it into. And then lastly, we have our vocational advisors. Those are, they act as job coaches for our students at their internships. And so our vocational advisors help to make sure that our students are trained appropriately, know what tasks are being asked of them, and then they'll work alongside our students to make sure that things are getting done to the appropriate scope that they need to within that internship setting. And so the RISE program is the largest employer of our traditional undergraduate student body. We have currently, we actually just added a few more, so we're up to about 32 student advisors for this semester. we're actually looking to increase that to be around 40 or 50 to support our students in the spring semester. And so we value partnering with our traditional undergraduate students because it creates a better environment for our students on our campus. It really helps them to integrate and to make those friendships with the traditional student body while they're participating in all the different activities on our campus. And so it's a paid position. And so there's that extra value for the traditional students, as well as that extra accountability. And so it's not just something that they're volunteering for, it's something that is a job for them. And so they have that extra responsibility that's added into that as well. And so what does life look like on campus for our students? Our students are able to participate in every aspect of college life. They're able to, we encourage all of our students to join clubs and participate in the different events and activities on our campus. And so here's a short list of some of the things that we have that are open to our students to participate in. The Blue Crew Squad is kind of our spirit squad on our campus, a group of students who goes to each of the sporting events and kind of hypes the crowd up. Many of our students love to be a part of that Blue Crew Squad. We have a homecoming dance each year, and that is typically in a kind of more elaborate location. And so this year we actually went to the Museum of Contemporary Art in Chicago. And so we had 18 of our RISE students go and participate in that homecoming dance this year. We have a large international student body on our campus. And so the Taste of Judson allows our international students to share cuisine from their home country. And so our students love participating in that. Many different activities that our students are a part of. And you know, we have our Judson University worship choir. We have 3 of our students who are participating in that. Musical ensembles and the theatrical productions. That's all open for our students to audition for it. Now, you do have to audition for it and make the cut for those specific areas, but it's an opportunity that's open for our students to be participating in as well. The one thing that we don't have that our students would not qualify to participate in, unfortunately, is our collegiate sports, those that are reserved for scholarships for our traditional students. And so our collegiate sports program, the competitive sports there, that would be something that our students would not be able to participate in. However, we do have intramural sports, which is a non-competitive kind of club sport that our students can participate in. Those change every year, but we've had things like basketball or dodgeball or volleyball. And then we also have started a Special Olympics basketball team for Judson University. And so we started this 3 years ago, took a break because of COVID, and then now we're starting it back up again this year. But we're really excited to offer the Special Olympics basketball program for our students to participate in as well. And so here at Judson, we like to say that our RISE students are Judson University students. They are integrated within the student body. They're known by our traditional undergraduate students. They room next to them. They're living in the same space as them. They're interacting and participate in all aspects of college life. And so really, I like to say that our program gives a college experience for those who otherwise wouldn't qualify for a college experience. And so it's an opportunity for our students to come and have that experience that they have seen many of their peers go off and have those experiences too. And so the next step, if you're interested in our program and want to find more information out, next step I would say is come and visit us. We have a great campus. We have about 90 acres of land in Elgin. We're just off of Interstate 90. And so we'd love to have you come visit us. We can always do a personal tour, but the best way to get the most information and the most experience of our program would be to come to one of our preview days. We have a preview day coming up in this next Monday, and so it might be a little too late to sign up for that one. But then our last preview day of the year before our application process closes is going to be on January 14th. And so you can sign up for that on our website, judsonuniversity.edu or judsonu.edu/rise, and that'll get you to where you need to go to sign up there. Or you can just email me or give me a phone call there at the number on the screen. And I'd love to to help you get connected for a preview day, or if you need to set up a personal tour, we can do that too. Our application process always starts with coming and seeing the campus. We really want individuals to come and see what we have to offer in our program, as opposed to applying and then coming and seeing later. We really want to make sure that this is a good fit before you even start that application process. But very similar to Elsa's, we do ask for the most recent IEP or neuropsych evaluation. And then we have a couple different references that go out as well on top of the actual application process there. Once that's all done, we have an interview process with the student and their family as well. But the first step is always to come and see what our campus is all about. And so if you're interested, I'd love to see you and introduce myself to you in person, give you a tour of our campus. And so you can reach directly out to me. I think that is all that I have in my presentation. And so I'd love to open it up for any questions that anybody might have that I can answer for you.
Thank you, Drew. That was great. If anybody has any questions, you can put them in the chat. How many students are enrolled?
Yeah, so we have right now, currently, there are 9 students who are in their first year, and we have 13 who are in their second year. And so 22 total. We have started an extension of our program. And so we're only a 2-year program, but we are always looking for opportunities to help our students gain more levels of independence. And so we've actually we launched it this year. It's called Rise Up. And for those who have successfully completed the first 2 years of our program, can sign up for another 2 years to have that extra step of independence. And so that involves paid employment in our community, and it also involves less supports on our campus to really drive that learning of independence. And so we have 4 students who are participating in that program as well.
And do you track your graduates? Like what % are employed after they leave you?
We have started to do that this year. It's been a little bit of a challenge because we are a newer program to get those numbers, especially in light of COVID. And so we're still in the process of collecting that data. And so we don't have that officially able to be presented at this time.
Okay. Are the ones that are in the Rise Up program all employed?
Right now, yes. We do have all of them working in paid employment. Some of that is on our campus. They're working for paid employment within some of our departments, but others are also working out in the community in a few different areas. I think we have a couple that are working at an Office Depot right now. One that's working more toward, he wants to be in like a graphic design area. So he's working in that area of Office Max. And then another who's working more back of house type stuff.
Great. Okay. Any other questions? Otherwise, we will thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
I do also, I always forget to put this in the presentation. People always ask about the cost as well. And Tim had alluded to it a little bit. Our program is, if you compare it to some of the others, it looks like it is a lot less in what we offer. We do our total, it's an inclusive tuition fees, room and board for our program is $27,010. So just over $27,000 for the full year for this academic school year. That includes tuition fees, room and board, so a 19 meal plan for all of our students there, as well as all of the supports for our students in terms of the advisors. The one thing I like to note in that is the reason we are able to offer a lower cost for the families is because our institution has already put in all of their institutional aid up front. And so they've lowered the cost of our program by about $14,000 each year for our students because they find such value in having our program here on the institution. And so that is something that we're able to offer for all of our families, but we also qualify for the federal Pell Grant as well as the Illinois MAP grant because we are a comprehensive transition program. And so if you fill out your FAFSA, you can apply for for the free application for student aid and potentially qualify for those grants. And we do also have some scholarship opportunities within our program as well, if you show a need that we can help you out in that way.
Great. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And if you wouldn't mind sharing your PowerPoint with me, then I can pass it on to anybody who might want to take another look. And again, thank you so much. And we will make sure that we get to see you this year. Hopefully, Fabio and I will come out because we were scheduled last year and had to cancel. So
yes, no, we would love that. We always love showing people our gorgeous campus. I'm a two-time, I graduated with my bachelor's degree and then my master's degree, and now I work here, and I tell everybody they can't get rid of me because I love this campus so much. So please come and join us. I'd love to show anybody our beautiful campus.
Great. Well, thank you again, and have a great afternoon.
Awesome. All right. Have a great one. Thanks, guys.
Bye.